Well, today is a sad day in world history, guys, and I didn't want to do this on here. Never wanted to go political or anything. I just wanted to leave it by itself. But I'm gonna start off today's video with a question. I want you to leave in the comments how many of you guys like Obama, and hopefully it's none, but there might be that one person, and that's who I'm talking to today. If you like Obama, here's the reasons why you shouldn't, and they're really, really strong reasons. And let's get started with it. Let's see. Well, let's start off with the Washington Post. The Washington Post blundered proves fake news is fine if it involves with Russia, because Washington Post released a thing saying that they found software in a personal laptop of a person that worked on the Vermont power plant, and that showed that they were trying to shut off the complete East Coast, which then would lead the public to want to start a war with Russia, which would then lead to nuclear war, which then would lead to the end of the world, like everybody knows it would. And then, wait, let's see here. Then right after that happens, they released this supposed data, CNN did, of Russia hacked during the election. And the photo of the screen that they showed was was a video of the game Fallout 4 and the computer in Fallout 4, the pimp boy. It was the funniest thing. The CNN broadcasts the report and featured video of all of it. Well, I'll put that in the description. It only lasted about 2 seconds, but a Reddit user says the footage was actually a screen with the code from video game Fallout 4. In Fallout 4, as well as Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, the player can hack computers to gain information or unlock doors and saves. It performs like a word puzzle where the player has to find a specific word in a huge mess of letters and random characters. It's simple but fun. But it has absolutely nothing in common with actual hacking, which is what makes it perfect for mainstream news viewers. And then following all the Russia conspiracies of hacking and all that bull. Let's see if I can find it. John McCain has officially announced to declare, he's asking Obama to declare war on Russia to stop Trump from getting president, because in the state of emergency, Trump wouldn't be able to become president, Obama would stay president, and which would then completely destroy the rest of the country that's left. Obama is starting to mobilize troops and put them on the Russian border to provoke Putin into starting the war, so then he can blame, oh, it was Putin's fault, it was Russia's fault, instead of it was Obama's fault for provoking Russia to do everything. And then now with the arrest of the Israeli governor, president, it depends on what you want to call him. Or the U.S. and the UN and all the globalists that want to bring down
Secure the room. We need to protect
the world and make it what they want to be and all that. There was a SWAT team that invaded. I can't pronounce his name. Benjamin, um, um, okay, let's see. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, I guess that's how you say it. Yesterday, Israel Channel 2 reports Israeli police entered Bibi's home for questioning. The Prime Minister was quick to react, blasting "Don't celebrate too soon" over a corruption probe. On Monday, December 26th, Israeli police announced that they were absolutely convinced that criminal investigation will be opened in the next few days due to new documents that were recently received in a special inquiry that begins about 9 months ago. The offenses that Benjamin allegedly will face will be bribery and aggravated fraud. In June, it was reported that police had recently started their secret investigation with no demands that no details be leaked to the media. Blah, 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 blah. And Attorney General also allegedly instructed employees in the state prosecutor office to investigate allegations. I can't talk today, it's too early. That Benjamin accepted 1 million euros, about 1.1 million in US dollars, from accused French fraudster Arnaud Memoir in 2009, which, okay, it's back in 2009. And let's see. Yep, his wife Sarah was questioned by the police in a different case just 1 week ago. Police probe against politicians are common in Israel. And Benjamin's predecessor, Ehud Olmert, is in prison for corruption. Ariel Sharon was questioned by the police over accusations he accepted bribes, but the case was dropped. And he was never charged with it because there was no substantial evidence, which is what happens when you don't have evidence and you try to lie to get somebody out of something. Let's see. Oh, and more people are coming out, and the government, and exposing the government for what it is. Obama lost the military, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now, because they knew that he wasn't the government that stood for them. He was the government that stood for globalism and failing economy and then there is, how many more days? Let's see. 17 more days till Donald Trump's inauguration, which I can't wait. I wish it was freaking today, because that would be amazing. That'd be awesome. I'd love it. More people are coming for the death of Donald Trump on inauguration day, and one of the most famous people in the U.S., which is he is famous, but he's not liked by a lot of people, is President Barack bin Laden Obama. He's called for the death of Trump ever since December 17th. And Trump knows this, and I wouldn't be surprised if he would go, as soon as he's sworn in and everything, he'd jump in his car and he'd book it right to the White House bunker, which I wouldn't be surprised, and I really wouldn't be surprised if they'd make an attack on him before he was able to leave and before he was sworn in. So then Obama would become president again because of the state of emergency. And that's what he always seems to try and do now, is he's trying to create a state of emergency to try to stay president and try to screw this country over and 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 over again. Which he knows he's failing at it. He knows. Let's see what else we got here. Washington Post editor reported that Trump reading InfoWars can tank markets and invite wars. When Obama doesn't read InfoWars, he doesn't read Breitbart, Drudge Report, doesn't read any of those, and he's already tanking the market. Or he was, and then when Trump got elected, the market became better than it's been in decades. And he's trying to create a war with Russia for something Russia couldn't do. Russia could never hack the election because all the places that they're saying Russia hacked into were, one, paper ballots, and two, Russia doesn't even have the equipment to hack. And will not. And the funny thing is, Russia has denied all these claims, which they should because they didn't do any of them. But China has came out multiple times to say that they've hacked the election, they've influenced the election, they've won states for Hillary Clinton. But do you see Obama trying to start war with them, trying to put sanctions on them, moving troops into their land on them? No, because it's whatever he agrees with, he's gonna do, which is not the way a president should run. Hillary Clinton won 6 major states, or states that she was favored to win. 5 of those she won illegally by either illegal immigrants, by election fraud, and by, what was the other one? Oh, by having dead people vote. And they all came in at midnight when Trump was winning, and they all came in by the same amount the polls said they would. Like, let's say the poll said 1 million people will vote for Hillary Clinton in this state. Let's say Trump was up by 800,000. All those million people that voted, that supposed voted, that were dead, came in for Hillary all at midnight. All at the same exact time, when there was 95, 96, 97, 98, 99% filled. Done. They were almost done with it, and then all of a sudden these votes just came out of nowhere. See what else. Oh, and with the UN and Obama and the Muslim Obama, which is same thing, denounced Israel as the same as a nation. They're just they declared that they're just a piece of land standing in the Muslims' way of having the Muslims become popular. But what they don't understand is, which I'm surprised somebody hasn't told them this. I'm like, if this should be a new law. If you become a president, you should know world history, because after World War II, the U.S. government and all the Allied governments, for reparations of the Holocaust, gave Jews Israel and their promised land for reparations of the Holocaust.